no medical professional. More of an amateur, really. Or an enthusiast. I don't know. Let's just say I dabble in medicine, by which I mean I do drugs. So I think we all know that makes me a bit of an expert when it comes to fat people. Or as they like to be called, plus-sized, or people of volume. But as it turns out, actual medical professionals have been getting it wrong for all this time when it comes to treating the big uns, as Fierce Fatty is here to explain. And you can probably tell by the name, this is one of those proud of my proportions kind of people. There's no need to see the photos on her Instagram account to know that, which is something I wish I realised before I saw the photos on her Instagram account.
Hi, it's Victoria here.
What the fat is that? Did Edna Mode balloon up and go on chemo? Why would you, if you're already a chubbo, why would you shave your head and put on Batman's welding goggles? It's like her body's given up but hasn't told her mind.
In this video, we're talking about medical fatphobia.
Yay!
Make sure you check out the links below
Nope.
to see if there's some free goodies in there for you. Hint, there is some free goodies.
Don't care.
And subscribe to this channel so you get even more fatty content.
I thought fatty content was the issue here, Victoria. Do yourself a favour.
So we live in a fatphobic society, and guess what? That extends to...
I'm not sure if we live in a fat-phobic society. I mean, the word phobic implies people are scared of you. We're not. We're just disgusted.
our medical professionals. They are fatphobic just like the rest of us.
Well, they are people just like the rest of us. Actually, I can understand a doctor being scared of fat people. You would be too if you had to touch them during an examination. They just don't make gloves thick enough.
2 out of 3 doctors said that they prefer not to treat fat patients.
2 out of 3 is a nice number to pull out of your ass, and given the size of it, I'm surprised the numbers aren't bigger. But let's talk about that third doctor. Are you telling me he prefers treating fat people? That's just, what's wrong with him? That doctor should see a doctor.
And a lot of time, doctors see fat patients as non-compliant troublemakers, will give them subpar treatment.
Well, yeah, to go with the subpar treatment you give your nasty, nasty body. If I were a doctor, my treatment for fat people would be poking them with a stick until they get the message.
A lot of times, doctors will prescribe weight loss for things which are no correlation to being fat.
Yeah, I hear that complaint a lot. And I mean, sure, you went there because you have a bad knee or something, but it's not like the doctor's going to ignore the elephant in the room. The actual elephant in the room. Last time I went to see a doctor was for my persistent wrist problem, and she asked me how much I drink in a week. Not related at all, but it's just inquiring after my health. Of course, I told her how much I drink, and she refused to high-five me. Bitch.
There's a funny meme out there that says, "Doctor, my arm has fallen off," and the doctor says, "Have you considered weight loss?"
Hold on, let's go back to that. I woke up this morning and my arm had fallen off, probably due to diabetes, isn't it? I agree with the cartoon doctor, lose some weight.
Obviously that's the extreme. Hopefully that's not actually ever happened. But a lot of times, us fatties are told by the doctor to lose weight for everything, for no reason, and it's really fucking annoying.
Well, no, it's not for no reason, is it? It's not like you've sauntered in from your third jog of the day for a quick checkup before you go to meet your yoga pals for a cheeky salad. You're being told to lose weight because you need to lose weight. If a heroin addict goes to the doctor because he's been shot in the stomach, the doctor will take care of the wound and everything, but also recommend they stop taking smack. Is that because the doctor's a heroin addict phobe, or is it because taking heroin is quite an unhealthy lifestyle choice?
Not only is it annoying, it kills fat people because we do not get the correct diagnoses.
Yeah, but do you know what else kills fat people? Fat!
We are prescribed something that has very little efficacy. Diets work at a rate of 2 to 5% for those who try them.
Oh, I can't believe I have to say this every time I do a fat video. Diets on their own rarely work. You're supposed to exercise too. You can't sit there not stuffing your ugly face and complain the pounds aren't just falling off of you. If fat is stored energy, you need to use it up. Walk your ass around the block, hit your kids, anything.
And increase the chances of you having more fat on your body, which doesn't necessarily mean you're more unhealthy.
Yeah, it does. That's exactly what it means. Obesity is a visual marker for how much fat someone has. Don't get me wrong, there are different builds like ectomorphic and endomorphic and all that, that's cool, that's natural. But sponge is not a body type. Eating 2 large pizzas and a tub of ice cream while watching the Twilight movies is not a body type.
But it also increases your risk of having an eating disorder, so they're prescribing something which will make you sicker.
You already have an eating disorder! The video you made previous to this was titled How Being Fat Made Me Homeless. You actually ate yourself out of house and home. If that's not a disorder, I honestly don't know what is.
The reason is doctors are fatphobic, like the rest of society.
Or society is unwilling to normalise the idea that it's fine to munch yourself into an early grave, all the while professing, it's okay, I'm perfectly healthy, in between eating spoonfuls of mayonnaise.
Another thing that medical fatphobia does, it means that fat people do not go to the doctor because they know all they're going to be told is, well, you're fat, be told to lose weight.
So really, what you're saying is, it's better to lose some weight and then go to the doctor. Yeah, I think that would solve a lot of problems.
And so a lot of fat people just don't go to the doctor. Again, this kills fat people. Fat people die because of doctors' attitudes towards us.
It's amazing how you can blame someone else for fat people dying. Look, do they sometimes not get the correct diagnosis because of their weight? Yeah, no doubt. But how is that the doctor's fault? It's your fault. You can lose the chub to feel good. You can lose it to look good. But holy shit, working off the fat so you can get a proper medical diagnosis seems to be by far the best reason to do it.
And that shit is fucked.
No, your reasoning as well as your arteries are fucked. How can you be both overweight and healthy when it stops you from getting the correct medical treatment? What's healthy about that? Mind you, this video is from someone who actually made a website on how to love your fat body, because even doing that was preferable to exercising. The length some people go to, man. It would have been easier to go to the damn gym.
So what to do if you are fat and you want to go to the doctors? Hopefully you have a doctor that's not fatphobic, but chances are you have a doctor that is fatphobic.
Or as normal people call them, medical professionals who know what they're talking about.
One line to remember when you're at the doctor's and you have an ailment or you need something addressing and they say lose weight, say to them,
fair enough, doctor, you've studied in this field for many years to gain such a title, and so I value your advice and will follow it up right away.
what would you prescribe to a thin person who has this condition?
Only for the doctor to say a thin person wouldn't have this condition.
I will have that, please, and thank you.
Weird. That's what you say when you see the entire McDonald's menu.
If they say lose weight, what do they actually mean? Do they mean they want you to eat in a different way?
Yeah, don't put it in your mouth, just smear it over your gargantuan thighs and let it soak through the skin.
Then that's fine, do that. If they say they actually want you to increase your movement, then that's fine, you can do that.
Well, I can't help but notice you haven't been doing that, Victoria.
But if they say they want you to lose weight, it's just not possible, right? It's just not possible. And it's damaging to you.
How is it people do it all the time? Mainly around January due to New Year's resolutions. It's a big time of year in the gym business. I knew a guy from my old acting days. Massive dude. Total planet. And I went off to get my degree. Didn't see him for 3 years. And when I ran into him, I said, holy shit, Rich. You have elbows. He looked good. Lost it all to reveal a superhero chin that I didn't even know was there. And it's not damaging. The only reason you've given for that is that you might develop an eating disorder, which, I mean, that ship has already sailed, hasn't it? Impossible my ass. No, wait, impossible your ass.
That reminder of, do fat people have this condition? If so, how do you treat them? I will have that, please.
Do fat people have that condition? If so, how do you treat them? That's what she said, right? Well, the answer's always going to be the same. Lose some weight. Your particular ailment might not be down to your sheer mass, but taking control of your size means the doctor doesn't have to go spelunking through your folds to examine the area in question.
A reminder, no matter what your size, you deserve treatment. You deserve to be looked after and to get the same care as anyone else in the world, no matter what your size.
Or you deserve the same level of care you give yourself. I'm just saying, if they have to take you to a junkyard to weigh you, then fuck it. A morbidly curious part of me would want to see just how fat you can get. Let's test the limits, you know? Maybe take some bets on how long you'll live. That way, people can see the effects of having too much body fat, and it's good for the economy too.
No matter if you're fat because you've eaten a bajillion donuts.
A bajillion bajillion donuts? Only in fat culture is that an actual number.
Oh, no matter if you're fat for any other reason, it doesn't matter. You deserve healthcare.
Yeah, you do, but that doesn't mean you should ignore your doctor's advice. See, that's why so many fat people avoid going. Not because they'll get told the same thing again and again, but because they think they know better.
I know this is scary because doctors are seen as the authority.
Well, yeah, that's kind of the result of studying for donkey's years in one specific discipline, isn't it? Never mind the infrastructure of knowledge that's been recorded and passed down since the dawn of time. No, your body's special. One never before seen in the field of medicine. You are the first person in the history of mankind to be both obese and perfectly healthy. And any problems you have are nothing to do with being the size of a Boeing 747. It's just the guy who spent a good portion of his life devoted to medicine and the human body doesn't like fatties. Have a word with yourself, Victoria.
But if you don't advocate for yourself, it could cause terrible consequences, including death, which sucks.
Oh, so now you're concerned about that. You picked a weird time, didn't you? How come that never occurred to you while you were shoveling down your 4th serving of butter?
So you have to be your number one advocate and stand up.
Well, that's a good start, yeah.
When you're being told to lose weight, when that is not possible.
How is it not? Where did this come from? When did people start believing you can't lose weight? It's like the flat earth all over again. And of course that bullshit theory came about because some scientists are fatphobic. Real planets have curves, guys. So there we go. Another video encouraging tubbos to stand up for themselves when it comes to their health, but also not improve their health at all. And I don't know about you, but I've learned something today. Some people just don't want to be helped. Thanks for watching, guys. Please consider becoming a patron so I can order a bajillion donuts. And check me out on BitChute unless you're too lazy to get there. The links are in the description, and remember, losing weight is simple. Move around and poo more than you eat.